Here we have a used 2016 GMC Yukon Denali. And this one comes in crimson red tint coat on cocoa dark atmosphere perforated leather seats. The powertrain consists of that 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 made into an 8-speed automatic transmission. And this particular Yukon Denali has over 122,000 miles on it. We're gonna go ahead and see how it's held up over the years. So as we get to the front end here, we have our LED daytime running lights, our HID headlamps, and then we have our fog lights down there. Of course, that beautiful signature Denali grille. And this one has 20-inch aluminum wheels. We get passive keyless entry on all 4 doors. And there we have the controls for our power door locks, windows, and mirrors that also power fold and have blind spot monitors in them. Memory seating controls, Bose sound system, heads-up display, headlamp controls, 4-wheel drive controls, etc. And there's our power driver seat with power lumbar support. Seems like the leather's really held up there. We're gonna go ahead and hop in here. So really good leg room back here, and you can even recline the seat. I'm 6'3", and I have the seat in front of me adjusted for someone of my size. And I think I can scoot the seat back a little bit more, or no, I can't. So this is as far as it'll go, but still pretty good leg room. I could definitely push the seat back forward, but it's just so wide. And then down here we have our rear AC controls, and you can make that automatic as well, and then dial that temperature. And then we have a 3-prong household plug-in, USB input, SD card reader, aux, and then we can even hook up an Xbox or something back here to our Blu-ray player. And there's a view of our 3rd row, and there's your leg room. But let's go ahead and check out the back next. There's the back there, and as you can see, our tow hitch isn't covered on this one, so we can see that. Power lift seems to be in good shape. And there's our cargo space behind the 3rd row. And then we hit these buttons here. And then we can power fold those flat and then put them back up as well. And there's our power front passenger seat. Also has power lumbar support. We'll go ahead and take a look at what's under the hood. And there's that 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8. Really easy to shut that hood too, I like that. Onto the driver's seat. So really nice heated leather wrap steering wheel here. And over to our radio, we have AM, FM, Then we also have XM radio along with our Bluetooth audio. And then we also have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto as well. And then when your apps are subscribed to, you can use your weather as well as your traffic. And there's that navigation system. There's our backup camera, and then the guidelines go with how you turn the steering wheel. Then we have storage behind the screen there and a USB input. So that seems to be in good working order. Then this one has Pandora hookup, play video, and toggle all that for the rear media. And down here we have our dual zone automatic climate controls. And then we can control our rear AC controls from up here, or we can just lock it so nobody can fool with it in the back. 3-stage heated and cooled seats. And then for the heated seats, you can either do the back and the bottom or just the back. And this is going to be for the driver and the front passenger. Little storage up here, USB inputs, 12-volt cup holders, and then we can stow all that away. Keys in the way. And there we have our power sunroof, which we can one-touch slide or tilt, open and close. And there are the controls for that, as well as our universal home remote. And then we can toggle our dome lights there. And then we can set either 3/4 or max for our power liftgate. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. There's our glove compartment with owner's manuals. Now to the left side of our steering wheel, we have our cruise controls as well as our forward collision alert gap adjust. And we can even turn this one off. Our heated steering wheel toggle. And then to the right side of the steering wheel, we have our Bluetooth controls, and then we can toggle through our gauge cluster. And behind the steering wheel on the left side, we have our radio station or trackless controls here. And then on the right side of the steering wheel, we have our volume controls. And we have a column shifter, so just hit the brake, pull, reverse, neutral, drive, and then go to M, and you can manually shift using these here on the shifter. Pull all the way up for park, and then you can toggle your tow haul mode, hitting that button there. And this one has a heads-up display, which we can move, brighten, dim, and we can also change the view. So pretty neat. And there's our push button start. Finally, here's our key fob with remote start. But with 122,568 miles, we're gonna see how this Yukon Denali holds up as we take it on a quick test drive. So everything seems to be in great working order to start off with. Gonna give it a little throttle here. Yeah, still really great pull from this 6.2 liter. And the brake pedal feels really nice. Yeah, it still has plenty of power. Gonna set the cruise control on. Really good ride coming down the interstate here. And then as I'm coasting down here, it uses that cylinder deactivation mode, so it's only running on 4 cylinders right now. Brakes feel really, really good. Just really impressed how this seems to be holding up after 123,000 miles. And even with this 8-speed automatic, still really good acceleration when I put my foot down on it. And this ride quality is really, really smooth. I drove a 17 earlier today, Yukon Denali, and that one was modded out and the suspension had been worked on. So it was kind of a weird experience, but this right here, this is how Yukon Denali is meant to drive, meant to ride, and meant to handle. And even 100% stock, this one still has enough power for me. The ride quality is fantastic. The seats are comfortable even after almost 123,000 miles. The heated cooled seats still work. AC works. Everything seems to be in great condition. So just really impressed with this kind of vehicle. And the 4-cylinder deactivation mode is on now. And it even allows you to accelerate a little bit if you're really light with the pedal without shifting and using all 8. So I like that. I just went from 40 to 50 and I had my foot barely down and it accelerated really well for not having to use those other 4 cylinders. Well, this will bring me to the end of my review of the 2016 GMC Yukon Denali with 123,000 miles.